Hello, welcome back to Taurus Does Tarot. I am doing elemental updates, and this one is finally for water signs. That was lovely. That was really lovely. All right, let's see what's going on. This is going to be our last read of September. I did zone out so hard I forgot I was already recording, not gonna lie. That's kind of funny. Lots of face down cards. There's been a few today. I think the Earth sign reading was the only reading that didn't have any face down cards, and the other three have had quite a few. So lots to come to surface right at the end of the month too. We're trying to clear things up. I think the full moon's coming. I don't in Pisces too. So I don't know. I'm kind of done shuffling. Okay, I'm doing your whole grid upside down because I got this one. Putting it right there. Your whole grid is upside fucking down. Alright, I'm, again, sick of shuffling. About to start pulling them. And yet I keep shuffling. So weird, right? It's gotta feel right. That seems like it. There we go. There we go. That was it. Nope, one more. One more successful shuffle. And then I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. The first one was a cup, too. It's great. Bottom of the deck. Six of Cups, pleasure. Okay, so not only is it cups being water energy, but it is a Six of Cups, which is pleasure. Someone did point out to me this week that in some other decks, Six of Cups often represents reconciliation, and I just kindly explained that this deck is a lot different. If you're ever interested, it is the Aleister Crowley Thoth deck. It's Egyptian, but it's also not obviously satanic. He's Wiccan or Satanist. I don't even really remember. I feel like we have this tie, but I've never researched anything about him. So if you were to compare, say, the Rider-Waite deck to this Thoth deck, you would see quite a few differences. The Aeon here is one of them, right? There is usually a Justice card. The Aeon is Judgment. Oh wait, that's not even the Justice. I don't know. Maybe Judgment is in the deck, but this is the Aeon. So there's just differences you can look into if you're curious about them, or if you don't understand why I say some of the cards mean what they do, right? So anyways, Six of Cups, pleasure. Having a good time, water sign. Okay, and then top of the morning to you, more cups. Eight of Cups, indolence. Okay, so maybe feeling a little sluggish, feeling a little down, feeling a little alone, feeling like I don't even want to try anymore. But also seeing this Four of Wands completion, that sort of attitude and that negativity that's been holding you back and bringing you down and making you feel that way, it's ending. It's coming to a close. You're finally kicking that out of yourself. And I'm so, so proud of you, okay? However, you're doing so good. You're taking the right steps. You're like working on yourself. You're like making sure that you don't get stuck in that energy. Something's going to interrupt you. You got the Eight of Swords interference. Something's going to interrupt that process. And it's unfortunate because you're working so hard and it's something so new still because you've been so held back or held down. But the Seven of Wands, Valor, you're going to be able to handle the situation a lot better with this new mindset that you're taking on. If you were still in this mentality and then something came along to interrupt your flow, it would just be down, 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 down. But since you are taking the steps to change, you can handle this situation. You can handle this interruption, right? The Aeon is here, judgment. Okay, so you might be judging yourself. This might be somebody else's external judgment coming back to you, right? Could be anything, but either way, we have the Five of Swords here, which is defeat. So whatever this judgment, wherever this judgment comes from, whether it be within or without, you are feeling like there's no arguing against it. You kind of accept it as true and you kind of let it overtake you and overpower you. And that's not cool. Like, that's not right at all. I have the Nine of Cups, happiness, and the Fool. Okay, so you might feel like you're on a... Oh, I didn't even mention the fact that this is the Five of Discs, which is worry. So you got two fives. But the Five of Discs being worry, say you're a waitress and you're trying to carry 5 plates to the table. Think about that feeling. Some waitresses do the stack thing. I ain't seen anybody do that in a long time. But it can be difficult to try and carry 5 plates at the same time. And you're nervous about whether or not you're going to make it to the table. You're worried about dropping a plate. You're worried that you're going to get burned if you put it in the wrong spot. Like, lots to come with that. And just the nature of discs and the way this is set up. That's just always my perfect analogy for that card. It's nothing super serious. It's not necessarily holding you down or holding you back. It's just a worry. And you probably do make it to the table, but the stress of getting there is a little overwhelming, even when you're feeling underwhelmed. Okay? Going back, Nine of Cups, happiness. Haters cannot bring you down. I think that was the title of one of my Pisces videos, and I just feel like that's going to be a reoccurring theme for you for the rest of the year, because the few Pisces I know have made a lot of really big changes, a lot of life decisions this year, and it's unfortunate. This is a water sign reading, but I'm relating it to Pisces right now. It's unfortunate that any of you would be getting backlash for doing what's best for yourself, okay? And I understand that, honestly, water signs have the worst reps. I'm not even going to dance around it. And I wonder how much of this judgment comes from preconceived notions about what people think of your sign. Not that everybody's into astrology, but like everybody's kind of into astrology, right? I do wonder how much of the judgment comes from preconceived notions. Do you see this right now? I feel like one of you is making fun of me for that. Been like that all day. I didn't point it out till right now because somebody's making fun of me. This is a very, very niche reference, but it's kind of like, it reminds me of season 2 of American Horror Story when that nun show is on the TV and they wear those flippy hats. Like, that's what I look like right now. And I know one of you are making fun of me. Fuck off. I'm going to cut them today. Don't even care. Maybe you need to cut your own hair, okay? Don't worry about mine. Thank you very much. Anyways, Nine of Cups is still present, still happy, still staying centered, still staying in your lane, being in your own pool, your own hot tub, really. This is a fucking jacuzzi, baby. Get in, water's warm. Right? You're embarking on a new journey. Don't mind them. Leave that all behind you, okay? Because as long as you know how to maintain this happiness, you know where you're coming from. You know where you came from. You know what you went through. You know who you are now. Don't let them make you feel any less than you are. Period. But this is all the surface level stuff. We got some deep shit to cover here. Alright? Some deep shit. Priestess, you already know what's coming. I think you just are holding back, okay? The Star, Aquarian energy, but also a surprise, but also being the center of your own attention, okay? Again, this happiness, it's all right to focus on yourself, especially if the people in your life are shit. Straight up. Nine of Swords, cruelty. Okay, so here's the funny thing too. The more you do think about yourself and the more that you... This is sad. This breaks my heart for all my water signs right now. It's almost like you know you're good and you know you're totally crushing it out here. But the more you think about yourself, the more doubts you have, the more self-deprecating those thoughts become. It's very sad. You're really putting yourself through something for no reason. It might also be an addiction that you're dealing with. Addiction doesn't necessarily have to mean drugs, but it could for sure. Either way, that is so sad to see, water signs. I hate that for you. I really hate that because you already go through so much with the way that people inflict their own opinions upon you, and you're so susceptible to them as people to start with, that for it to really start getting in your head and for you to not even be able to think about yourself without feeling like shit is really fucked up. That makes me really sad for you. But let's keep going. Let's see if there's some positive news. Ace of Wands. All right. You're learning how to overcome those feelings of doubt. You're learning how to center yourself better. I do like that. Nine of Discs. Gain. All that time you spent criticizing yourself, you learned. You learned how to be the best version of yourself that you can be. You may not be it all the time, and you may not be convinced that that's what it is, but you have gotten, and they're both nines too, I'm getting chills. You've gotten a lot out of your struggle. And I'm not saying that people should struggle, but I am saying that, like, I don't know, like, I think you're, overall, I think you're doing good. Queen of Wands. Okay, so fire energy, but also standing in your power. Being the passionate, kind of crazy, maybe loudmouth person that you are. Love yourself. Water signs. Love yourself. Even if you feel like no one... I'm going to cry. I'm literally on the verge of tears giving this reading right now. Even if other people don't like you... My cat just walked in. She wanted to come give her blessings too. Do you hear her? Felicia! She loves you too. She wants you to feel good too. So this Queen of Wands sits in her throne, and she is powerful, and she knows who she is, and she knows how she feels. So, whatevs. Hermit. Virgo energy. Looking within. Having all the answers and doing it yourself. Okay, being alone and liking it. Maybe you're finally learning that these people's opinions don't matter and it really is all about the self. I hope so. I'm literally gonna cry. Prince of Discs. Okay, earth signs. But maybe you feel like a little inadequate on your own, and that's why you value the opinions of others so much, is because they're always constantly helping you to the point where you feel insufficient on your own. And that's not true. That's not true. You can handle anything. It's already sat on the table and there's nothing I can do to change it, but I've been praying over this card for it to be a positive send-off for this reading for the water signs. Three of Wands, virtue. Staying true to yourself, believing in yourself, knowing that you have your own standards and you have your own morals and you can achieve anything, okay? God, that was sad. Let's check out your meditation. The Devil, Capricorn energy, Two of Cups, love, and Three of Discs works. This is a tough combo. These are pretty good. This is not so good. These together might look better than it is. I see beyond what they say. I'm sorry. I see beyond the surface of what they say is love and look deeper to know if it actually works. I look beyond the surface of what they say is love and look deeper to see if it really works. It's a complicated meditation, but think about that, all right? They say they love you, but do they? Come on. I keep wanting to say Pisces. Big Pisces message, but I'm sure Cancer and Scorpio are sitting in the back like, oh God, I hope she doesn't call me out because this totally, Heavy Pisces, but also Pisces moon. But definitely all water signs. So I feel like maybe Cancer and Scorpio aren't feeling as emotional or sad about the situation as Pisces is, but it definitely applies to all three of you. So let's see what's going on in the work life of water signs. We got two. I'll give it to you. We got Beelzebub and the Witch's Round. Okay. Rituals and shit. Having a team. Having people to help and guide and tell you things. That's what Beelzebub's all about. Alright. See what's good. The title Lord of the Flies did not only apply to the fly's attraction to decay. Beelzebub was once thought to be a very powerful oracle because the flies were his eyes and ears. The phrase to be a fly on the wall is a perfect modern-day example of how the idea exists even now. A fly on the wall was once a servant of Beelzebub, but is now a metaphor for our desire to be an invisible listener in a room. How often do we wish to be a fly on the wall to witness someone's embarrassing or dangerous secrets? Perhaps the desire to listen in when we cannot is sometimes for good, but we should consider that sometimes it is not. Beware of the line between curiosity and nosiness. Gossip queens, if something comes up at work, somebody's out of work, or somebody gets fired, or whatever, just if you are meant to know, you will find out. Stop asking fucking questions. Period. Witch's Round. It's about Macbeth and shit. Okay. In Shakespeare's Macbeth, the weird sisters, hand in hand, as joining hands is the first step in a round or ring dance, thus do go about, thrice to thine, and thrice to mine, and thrice again to make up 9. And so the witches spin 3 times to the left, 3 times to the right, and then back again 3 more times to make a total of 9 full turns. They end the dance with peace, the charms wound up, and demonologists and folklorists agree that the traditional witch's round was used to strengthen or spin up the power of all the dancers. Focus on celebration and performance, creative routines with fellow professionals. Okay, maybe it's time to start a new project. Maybe it's time to finally go for that hobby you wanted to make money off of or whatever. It doesn't necessarily have to be work related to involve other professionals. Okay, so invest in yourself, invest in your ideas. And yeah, so good luck. I will see you next month. Be ready for the October readings, and good luck. My little water signs, you're going to be okay. Just love yourself through anything, through all the bullshit, all right? We'll see you next time.